Fantastic band out of BC tonight, man. Please introduce yourselves and let us know what's happening.
Right on. We are Hunting Giants, and we're from Vancouver, Canada.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I'm Corey. I play bass.
I am Brad. I play guitar.
I'm Steve. I do the vocals. And Daniel's missing right now, but he does the drums, the percussion.
Yeah.
And the yeah.
So sick, man. How you guys have been playing a while together now, then, or?
Yeah, a few years. We've been playing since like late 2018. We released an EP around that time, but we started out around then. And
that's when we formed Hunting Giants.
Yeah,
I've been playing with this guy for like
a while.
Decades.
Yeah, a while now. Yeah,
long time. Yeah.
Yeah, the fact we haven't killed one another yet is amazing.
You can see that between the two of you when you're on stage and stuff. You have that connection in that sense. You played together for so long, right?
Yeah.
Well, we were watching your YouTube and stuff, right? Seeing some of the live stuff.
Oh, awesome!
Cool, man.
Hey, thanks for checking it out.
Hey, of course, man. Production of the YouTube videos. Did you guys do all that yourselves, or how did that go?
Yeah, that's all in house.
That's all us. Yeah.
Mostly, Go ahead, man.
Yeah, I got lots of cameras and I got some experience, so we just go out and take our cameras and the best ideas that we got and whatever costumes or any, we just try to throw some stuff together and try to shoot above our range, so to speak. Like we don't try to hold ourselves back too much because it's tough, right? When you have like not very many resources and like time and budget or anything, right? You got to kind of do the best that you can, and it's easy to let that hold you back and try not to really do anything unless it's totally perfect, right?
But it's never going to be perfect.
No, we kind of embrace
do it.
Yeah. Like we're amateurs, right? We don't totally know what we're doing, right? But we just put all our energy into it. We just try to make it the best that we can. A lot with our music, right?
Yeah.
So we just put our all into it, and it comes out as it does, and we
threw on the first video we got a glimpse of you guys on was with you got the old school Living Dead fucking movie.
Awesome visuals.
He's like, I've seen this video before, man.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's a classic. It's a classic.
Yeah.
Well, we do a lot of projected visuals on stage when we play.
Yeah.
So that got me into just looking up a lot of like free resources online for like different visualizers and like computer effects, and like it's crazy the amount of stuff that you can find that's just available for free. So that got me down this whole like royalty free avenue where I was just searching for everything. And
it's such a classic film too.
Yeah, I discovered that the original Night of the Living Dead is public domain. And I'm like, no way, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And so that kind of led me down. I'm like, I wonder if I could cut something together with it. And it matched up like surprisingly well. So it's cool.
It's from like the early 50s, is it not? Like 52 or something like that?
Yeah, I can't remember the exact year, but it's really early. And the rights for it just kind of evaporated into the public domain. So
made for a good music video. So hey, what the fuck?
Yeah, it was cool. It's quite the process too, because you got to take the original and then cut out all of the individual scenes and then use them and trim them all up so that it's still like to the beat of the music and stuff, right?
Yeah.
You can't just lay down the music, the film as is. You got to kind of like cut it to it and make sure that the beats all kind of match up, and it's a lot of work that goes into it. But
wow. So we've been fact checked. It's 1968. It came out nowhere close.
Okay. Yeah.
52. I don't know.
8 or so. I don't know.
Like,
how
old is Romero? How old is he?
Yeah.
There you go.
Still a classic.
Being out there, what's it like now? Like, are you guys getting back on stage soon, or are you already back on the stage? Like,
we're getting ready. We're going to be doing our CD release party. It's going to be happening. Well, like our album release officially is going to be happening in early December. We're just waiting to get some more finite details all laid out. But if you go to our Facebook, our website, you can check out all the details. We'll have that announced soon. But that's going to be our first official thing back since COVID. I mean, with COVID happening, you can do some live streams.
I know. It kind of took the wind out of our sails for a couple of years there,
like,
you know?
We're better live, it's a
well,
much
when I
more
first
fun time.
started the show, I used to go to the band. Like my first show, I drove all the way to Arizona to meet the band and interview them and shit.
Wow.
And then COVID happened when I was done that roundabout tour, and then I had to learn how to do it this way, right? So
yeah, you got to adapt, right?
Adapt to survive.
Yeah, that's it. You just got to adapt. So we're pretty stoked to be able to get back at it and play some gigs. Hopefully going into next year as well, where you want to get on the road a bit more and try to get around as much as we can.
I mean, we may be playing some house parties.
We may do
here
some,
and there. We might be doing something a little more close
get back to your
home.
roots.
And,
You know,
you guys are all right in house parties and stuff. We might have a party for you in August.
Hey, give us a call. We'd just love
Let
to
us
be there.
know. We'll be there.
Absolutely.
We'll figure something out, right? Road trip.
Fantastic.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, quite the road trip.
Yeah, man. And if you pay our executive fee, we jump out of a giant cake too. It's pretty great.
Oh, sweet, man.
Oh,
We're both
fantastic. Fantastic.
That's awesome.
Giant cardboard cake.
Yeah, giant cardboard cake, baby.
Oh man, yum.
4 of them.
Four, yeah.
What's the furthest you guys have traveled for your music?
We went down to Seattle for Hempfest back in 2019. We got to play out there, which was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was so cool.
We had some opportunity potentially to go a little bit further, but some opportunity to go down to like LA and things like that. But again, with like the state of the world, COVID, all that stuff that happened, it kind of shut some things down. So we have to kind of keep a little bit more local. But again, going into next year, we're stoked. Passports are all taken care of, so we're just going to push the record, and hopefully we can come out and have some fun.
Get on some festivals, go down to the States.
A little wanderlusting.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's great.
We got good buddies down there out of Cauterize. My good buddy Alex sings for them. And,
right on.
we're talking about putting on something down there this year. So, or like the next year, sorry, not this year, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that might be something we keep you in mind for sure about. Man.
Oh, that's
Oh, yeah.
awesome.
Hell yeah. No, we put on a good show. It's a lot of fun. And well, we keep it PG. We keep it PG.
Yeah. We'll talk later about all that.
We'll talk about it. We're not so live. We'll work out. We'll hash out the details.
So. For the release party, man, what do you guys got planned for that? What's going down for that?
So far, we're just waiting to confirm all the bands involved. We're gonna have a couple of bands play with us. They also are releasing some record, their new records as well.
Might be a
So-
triple CD
Yeah.
release. Oh my
A
god.
triforce of
wisdom.
album release party.
Yeah.
But I can't. We're just nailing down the final date, but I can't confirm that's going to be in Vancouver at the Fox Cabaret. So that's going to be it's going to be a lot of
It's
fun.
a nice place too.
Yeah.
It's got nice velvet curtains and like.
Yeah,
oh my
it's
goodness.
nice. Yeah, a place that's cabaret. It feels like it
Cabaret.
just feels
Cabaret.
classy, you know. Like we're playing the cabaret. It's nice.
We
It's got
better
a nice
fucking
big
fly
screen,
first
too.
class. We'll just fly out first class, meet up.
Yeah. Oh hell yeah! Come on out. Hell yeah! Come on down to the cabaret.
Right?
That'll be worth it.
Eating fucking caviar, drinking
Oh,
caviar.
yeah, eating caviar in the
I like
cabaret.
that.
Yes,
Little Dom Perignon, you know, it's great.
Fantastic.
It's
So
gonna be
you
a
guys
bougie
love
CD release
doing-
party.
You don't mind doing like house parties and shit? People hire you for a fucking party at the house.
Some of
and
our
stuff?
some of our best shows have been house parties.
Oh hell yeah!
It's like
Yeah.
like surprisingly too, right? Like everyone just the
It's
energy
very
is
personal.
just- yeah.
The energy, yeah, like you say, it's tight. You know, you can
Yeah.
kind of. It's vibrating. All the sound is encapsulated around you. You can feel it in your
It's-
bones.
Yeah.
It's kind of like setting up in the middle of the crowd and just playing there.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
I think also has something to do with people not having to pay like $11 for a drink.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah,
Why-
no doubt there, right?
There you go.
Yeah,
Hollywood Red. Those
Budweiser.
parties are amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah, this-
$16 for a beer at the Budweiser stage now to fucking go there and see a show and
Really?
stuff.
It's insane,
Oh,
right?
jeez.
Yeah,
Gotta keep it in your
15.50.
boots.
Oh,
Yeah, no-
16.50. Yeah, been
Yeah,
back
no-
again.
Yeah, no cheaper here either. It's like the same price you go to Rogers Arena, and it's like $16 for some
Right.
watered down.
Yeah,
Molson Canadian.
it's half a beer and half
Yeah.
just water and
Right. And you
Not every
fucking
time.
you can go to the liquor store and buy it for like fucking pennies a jar, you know.
Yeah, exactly. And then they sell you a hot dog that's mostly salt, so you get really
Mhm.
thirsty.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
then the
Yeah.
cycle
It's all
continues,
part
right?
of
It's
the
perfect.
circle of life.
Sell you
Yeah.
pretzels.
Yeah, exactly. A little side
Oh, I
plug.
can,
Buy a Hunting Giants beer and hot dogs. You can go to our website.
have your own brand. Fucking
Yeah.
Just mailed to you. It's like 7 days.
Yeah,
It'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Trust
We'll
me.
get there. You'll
It'll
get your
still
hot
be
dogs
fresh.
soon. Trust
It-
us.
It shouldn't be, but it will be.
I told you we should have sold it as NFTs. Dumb.
right?
The hot dog NFTs. That was the next big deal. Damn.
I got some news too about our show in October. We had a bit of a band change, and then we actually have a weed dealer coming in to be part of the festival and sell his weed products and shit, man. So
Wow.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, good money in that.
I know he's there. I got to confirm the name so I don't fuck the name up, but
Yeah,
they're gonna be there, man. It's gonna be awesome. We're doing it down in Maine this year for the Oktoberfest.
yeah.
Oh, cool.
Oh, it's incredible.
So I got
That
a
is really sweet.
birthday bash out of the Boneyard birthday bash. It is.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's amazing, man.
We're taking down Last Dance Amongst Wolves and Dead Man's Prophecies coming with us, and Andrew Joseph's on the bill this time too. And then
Dude,
a
that's
bunch of local
amazing.
bands are playing. So
Oh
Cool.
man, that's gonna be a party.
yeah, well, I can't wait. We're gonna go live. I'll be doing all the cooking for the bands when I get there and shit too. So we'll do a
Oh,
live
you cook-
cooking show behind the
Dude, you-
scenes.
This guy's an amazing
You
cook right here, Corey.
invite the band, you interview them, and you cook for them. You're like the best
man, yeah.
host
Yeah,
of all time, man. It's incredible.
This trip, I'm paying the hotel and the food and everything. They buy their own booze and get their way there. You're on the bill. You get to play, you know. And then next year, when we build a bigger crowd and get a bigger space, we can start, you know, paying bands a little bit more and stuff, right?
Hey, yeah. Well, if you ever need some fun-loving Canadians who enjoy salty hot dogs and watered-down beer, you
And
give us a call.
maybe some
Oh,
beers.
wow.
we'll be down there.
Yeah, man. Fuck. Definitely next year, man. We should talk more about that too. Then, so there might be
we have an August.
we have an
right
August
here.
show and the October show. So those are 2 days we'll talk more about, sure. Because
Hell yeah, man.
July 24th, we're already pretty well booked for that for the amount of bands we're allowed, right? So
Oh, yeah, no worries.
we do another one in August, and then we do one in October, and then I'm trying to set some shit up down winter to do in Texas and Florida.
Oh, that's cool, man.
Oh, hell yeah. That's awesome.
That's
A
sweet.
little bit of a metal rock show and catch a tan at the same time. Maybe some barbecue. That's just a good
You know,
time, man. That's right.
maybe make a little circle and come back up through Seattle, drop you boys
Oh,
back
that's
up
nice.
to DC, and then
Oh,
let you
perfect.
around, baby.
Just drop us off the side of the road. We'll make our way over, man.
Yeah, we'll get you right to your door. Don't worry.
Between the
We'll take
three of us, we're pretty enough to get hitchhiked too. So we'll,
Yeah, it's
you know,
true, man. I was gonna say, you guys,
And
we can make it
resourceful.
through. Yeah.
what's some of the local bands? What are some of the bands you guys like to play with, and who you like to play with and jam with?
Oh man, I mean, there's so many. Like, that's the cool thing that I think we all have experienced throughout like our 10 years of playing music in Vancouver or even just in Western Canada. There's a lot of talent. There's just a lot of genres, a lot of people that are very supportive. Like the whole community is really supportive of one another.
Yeah, for sure.
Even some of the bigger name acts that have been signed still hang out with like Unleash the Archers, classic example. That's a Vancouver band, and they still are very active in the underground local scene,
Cool.
which is really great. But playing with bands like Obsidian,
Vessel, I really liked Vessel.
Vessel's great.
Instrumental band, but like, ooh,
Yeah,
it's-
very like prog rocky, but like they take you on a bit of a journey.
Their set was like front to back. They had something at least spacing all the tuning parts. You know, they had some background tracks and stuff like that, and they had like a theme going. It was really cool. I
Yeah,
enjoyed Vessel.
Paramnesia, another classic. Those guys are just incredible as well. I've said Obsidian already because those guys are great. Gosh, Two Shadows, shit. Two
Yeah.
Shadows are like this like
Two Shadows are
goth
sick.
metal band. Like
Oh my god, I love it.
they're awesome. They got like a whole stage set up with like coffins and like winged bats and shit. Kind of like
Yeah.
Ozzy Osbourne meets like Avenged Sevenfold
Yeah,
kind of vibe. It's interesting. Yeah, but it's cool, man. I mean,
it's awesome to hear that
yeah.
the scene's still thriving. You know, you guys
Yeah.
keep that community. I've had a couple artists on, and the area they're out of in the States, it's so competitive. People like push each other to get out of the way. I'm on this bill and shit. It's like,
oh,
what?
seriously.
You guys should be working together in that sense.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
absolutely, yeah.
For sure.
That's
yeah.
unfortunate to hear that. Yeah.
I noticed that about when we play around Vancouver is like the other bands that we play with are all like we're all in it together, right? we get so much support from them, and we're always, we put a lot of, effort into supporting them as well. Like, even when we're not playing, we'll go and watch some of their shows, and we'll just show up and just support the community. And because wherever we go, it's just, there's always this outpouring amongst the bands, right?
Yeah.
Like the Vancouver scene can struggle sometimes, I've found, like getting, a lot of people out reliably. But when it is a dry night and there's not many people looking about, there's always the other bands. You can always rely on them to come up in front of your stage and root you on,
Yeah,
and
for sure.
just get that energy moving.
There's a huge sense
Yeah,
of community.
There's
like
never
that.
a bad night,
100%. Yeah, it's like a huge driving force. Like everyone's there supporting each other, and even on those drier nights, it's like it's rehearsal in a way, like a dress rehearsal.
For sure.
Like when comics go and they grind the open mic night scene or whatever, right? Like they're just putting their time in and supporting one another and honing their craft.
Yeah, the other parts of musicianship, like going on stage, maybe you do have a little stage fright or something, and conquering that by doing it over and over. Having the other bands there as support and not vengeful or like envious is a really positive.
Yeah, or spiteful, or pushing us to get the hell out of the way. So
I mean, there's always some exceptions, right?
Notice that all
But-
across Canada here, like with the scene out with you guys, a lot of the bands from out there, they have nothing but awesome things to say about all the other bands and shit, right? Montreal's another huge community there with the metal that comes out of there. Holy fuck, man! Like,
yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, but between the metal and smoked meat, it's a damn fine province.
There you go.
No doubt. Cheese, baby, can't forget the cheese.
Oh man, gotta get that cheese.
Yeah,
I'm on a diet, so that hurt, man. That hurt.
So, what did bring you guys together to make fucking Hunting Giants, man? How did that come about? And the name. We gotta ask you about the name too. That name sticks with me now. I usually have trouble with names and shit, but you're straight up Hunting Giants. This is awesome.
Straight up.
It took a long time. Like that's the only thing that I can suggest is just don't give up and don't settle. Like it's a hard process, but it's kind of like it's one of the first tests you'll go through as a group, because you as a solo artist, sure, you can make up whatever name you feel comfortable with, right? But when it's a group, you come up with an idea, you got to get green lights on everything, right? Yeah. And everyone's got their different angles and their different, associations that they have with things, right? So like in terms of like, doing something together as a group, coming up with the name should be difficult, and it should be something that you all really work hard on, and so that when you do come through, and so many times we want to give up and just be like, whatever, just artichoke chipmunk or whatever, like just some random thing out of the hat, right? But it's like, you gotta hold on. You gotta hold on to that hope that there is an end. Eventually, you'll find something that that hits, and it could be unassuming at first, right? Because
document them. That's something we know. We wrote down over 200 names, and we had them this big list. And then one day we were just like, okay, let's go through them. And there was 10 winners, out of all of that, and Hunting Giants was one of them.
But at the same time, it's not that we just put together as many names as we wanted and then committed to choosing one of them. It's like we just went along, like we got together as many as we could, and we paired them down and nothing ended up sticking, and we're like, okay, let's go hit the generators again and stuff, right? Like there's so many things online, you can come up with band name generators, and there's a lot of resources that help, right? But you want something with meaning, you want something that hits all these different notes, right?
I think when we came to the conclusion on Hunting Giants, it just kind of came to this place of like all four of us looked at that name and we were kind of like, okay, like that feels very in line with what we wanted to do as musicians. Is we want to hunt the big riffs, we want to have big songs, we want to have big epic, like fun in your face chant along, sing along songs. That and for me, specifically for me, like I'm always looking for and searching for that next big riff that I feel people can have a lot of fun listening to, you know, especially in large groups of people together having fun in those moments.
You're
so
there for the same reason in that aspect. Like even when I was in South Africa and went to Metal Fest there in November, it didn't matter. I was in South Africa. Everyone was there for the same reason. It was basically all the same people there that would be here in a sense, right? And, like you're drinking beers, talking to everybody. Like
man. This
on and all. Like when they come off the stage, you all look around. Oh, that was awesome, you know, fucking.
Man, like that's the beautiful thing about music, right? Like music in its sense, it transcends language, it transcends like regions where you are, right? Like it's bigger, it connects us all on a very human level. It's a very unique human experience. And at least for me, and I think for the rest of us too, when we write music together and we collaborate and we bring together ideas, we work well together to create these like epic sounds and these explorations of music that we get to share with people. And I mean, we're so fucking stoked to share the record at the end of the month. Like we can't wait to drop it. We've been sitting on this thing for like over a year now, and we've just been like, COVID sucked. And
we started recording the drums in October 2019.
2019, yeah.
And then 2020, we were going to get all the vocals done. We were going to go to like a professional booth. You know, we're going to get it done at Hipposonic, something like that. But then, of course, the coronavirus hit. We were stuck in our houses, right? All three of us here lived together, though. Yeah. So what we did is we took the backyard. There was this little shed, right? Yeah. And we ripped everything out of it.
Brutal. There was like
so much infested.
Yeah, this thing was
like spiders.
It has some specimens.
Like, really? Is this really our plan?
I thought I saw a xenomorph one time. It was the scary
probably, right.
At one point, we considered just building another one from scratch because it was so. But no, we made it work. We got some plywood and nailed it all up.
Bunch of blankets and foam.
Yeah, moving blankets because they're really heavy.
Yeah.
So it's a good budget way of kind of getting some soundproofing, you know? And then just big sheets of plywood, right? Because it's two things, right? You wanna block sound from entering the sound booth, and you also wanna absorb the sound that's in it so you don't get echo inside. So there's two kind of ways you gotta think about it when you're making a vocal booth like that, right? So we got big, thick pieces of plywood up out on the outside because we live next to a pretty busy street. It's just going constantly, and big trucks going by and stuff. So the big plywood acts like a big shield to stop all the sound from entering the sound booth.
Yeah.
But if you just have that, when you go inside and you say anything, it's all echoey. It sounds like you're in a closet.
That's why we had the foam and the blankets.
Yeah, so we got moving blankets all on the inside, and then we got this like acoustic foam. We just kind of set it up.
Then they had to close the doors on it, and it was like pitch black in there.
Yeah, we
so I had like singing like in a mausoleum because they actually had to go like close it, like latch it. And I'm like,
oh, we locked them in. We had to lock them in this like sound.
I'm like, all right, we need more takes, Steve. Keep on going. So that's when we recorded the album. We
sound coffin.
So we'd all go in
a sound coffin.
Can we change the name of our band? Actually, that's fucking better.
We are sound
coffin.
Yeah, we'd all come into the basement. All the wires would be going into the basement. We're all sitting on the couches with the speakers, listening to. We're like,
can I come out yet?
No, you can't come out.
Can try it again in like another octave or something.
We'll kick you in some water in a dish.
And there was no airflow. There's no airflow in there or anything either. So he's just like dripping.
Stripped down. I actually really liked it though. It was weird. It was like a deprivation chamber, and there's like no distractions whatsoever.
That's pretty cool.
So it's like only the music.
Yeah, we got a lot of crazy stuff.
Yeah, dude, COVID was a nuts time, man. We created our own sound. Like we did our own thing. We had to do our own shit.
It relieved a lot of the pressure, right? Because we were just like, we don't know when this is gonna end. We have as much time as we want. Let's spend 3 weeks on this bridge. You know?
Let's shoot music videos. Let's take photos.
Our producer might not have had such a good but we were doing it. I take that back. He's great.
He's awesome.
He was out there. He was helping us set it up, and his name's Kirby JK.
Kirby K.
He's incredible. We couldn't have done any of this without him. That's, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he did piano on some of the tracks and the guitar solo on Vanguard.
He insists on taking zero credit for it.
Yeah, no, fuck him.
We're letting people know.
You hear that? You hear that, Kirby? You talented bastard.
They're getting
Yeah.
Oh,
So, is there anybody else you can give shout outs to too? Who else has fucking been there and always?
Yeah, John Webster worked on our all the production.
He's the engineer.
He did sound engineer.
He took he provided mostly with the drums. So we went into Hipposonic. He runs Hipposonic, which is an amazing studio downtown.
Yeah.
What was it called before? Rocky Mountain?
Yeah, Rocky Mountain Recording.
Aerosmith
That's where
record there.
Yeah, Aerosmith was out of that studio. The Dr. Feelgood record with Motley Crue was out of that one. Metallica did that. I think what was the documentary? Was it Justice for All? Which one did they do in Vancouver? Metallica.
Oh, it might have been Some Kind of Monster.
No, it wasn't Some Kind of Monster. This was like early days Metallica.
Anyways,
there's like an iconic scene where James is like smoking a cigarette. He's having a dart outside, and like the camera's interviewing him in this doorway, and then they go in to start working on the record, and we got to go through that same fucking corridor, and we got to go in that same room, and just a lot of history there, man. It was like a really amazing energy in there.
John John Webster, he's been involved with so much stuff like in the area, and like Tom Cochran and him really, they produced a lot together, and just him alone having this huge history back into way back Vancouver's music recording history, right? It felt special being part of that, right?
Oh, very much so. Yeah, to work with him and Kirby is an extreme honor. We feel very lucky as musicians to be able to work with guys like that, and honestly, they make us better to be able to pull from that amount of experience. Oh my God. I mean, you gotta duck sometimes if they throw shit at you if you screw up, but hey, that's
part of it.
That's it.
Part of it.
That's marriage, really.
As far as giving shout outs, we gotta give a shout out to our families too, right? Because we've been doing this for so long, and they know it's a huge passion of ours. It's a huge part of our lives.
Yeah, for sure.
They're our parents, so they don't fully understand, where we're coming from with the music, but they don't need to. They're just, they're always there. They're good. Like we had a big crisis where we got all our gear stolen. So they came, coming in there and helping us with that.
Oh yeah.
Man, we played a battle of the bands, and we were loading up our gear into the back of the truck, and they came outside and like, hey, you guys won.
Yeah.
And we're like, what?
Yeah.
Like, you won. Come back in.
And
we're like, oh, okay. So we like lock up the truck. We literally went in for 5-10 minutes to get our award.
Yeah,
and then
but they did the whole announce thing, and then there was like some mingling on the stage,
some photos and whatever.
And
then we go out
watching the car.
All the windows are smashed. They took a lot of our stuff. Yeah,
really
cool.
Some guitars and some stuff.
It was our fault. Like we were just heading. We didn't
unexpected. It's like, whoa.
We were leaving. We were literally leaving.
We won the battle of the bands.
Like, you fucking won.
Yeah. Talk about a roller coaster night, though, because we're just like,
right. Wow.
I mean, everyone was amazing. They all saw what was going on. They're all helping us.
Yeah, and again, another hats off to the scene. The local scene was there for us. They all
like Journeyman Productions.
Yeah, they tried to help us get our gear back.
They felt for us. They helped us as best they could.
And
show must go on, right?
Yeah, and if the off chance the people that stole it are listening to this, if they want to give it back, hey, just drop it off, right? Yeah, we'd love to get it back. Just a little, little please and thank you there from your.
A few more things to say, but
friendly.
Stop it at that.
Your friendly Vancouver Hunting Giants.
What can you do? What's the craziest stage you've ever played on?
Craziest stage.
Probably Hempfest. Yeah, Hempfest was a good time.
So the guy who's like, I don't know, he gave me the mic, and he's like, hey, this is a cordless mic. Do what you want with it. And I was like, oh.
Right? Gears start turning.
Yeah, so I'm like, we're in the middle of one of the songs, and I'm like, I get this boneheaded idea to just jump off this 12-foot stage and just out of nowhere, I leap. And I land, and as I'm landing, I can feel the bone in my leg, like my femur go a little bit.
Yeah.
But thankfully, it didn't split right out my leg. When I land, I roll. I was like, getting back to the stage, get back on the stage.
That was the best thing ever.
That was a big. It was a much bigger stage than
I didn't think it was
like
possible for it to be that
Yeah,
big.
and
you got a few feet.
And there, there's at least a few thousand people all just like going around enjoying they have it set up kind of like a fairground with all like the different booths and things. So there's like a lot of like moving traffic, and then there's the main one of the main stages. They had at least 2 or 3 stages going of different bands playing throughout the day, different artists and stuff. And I can't remember the name of the stage we were on, but we were pretty
Black.
Steely.
Yeah,
there you go,
right,
Steely Black. That's
Shut
weird, man. The Steely Black stage, and it was huge, big stage.
Yeah,
right by the pier. It was cool. It was a really cool experience.
It was the mix of people. That's why it just comes to my mind as the craziest, because it was like, man, just walking around, like just so many different varieties of people, and they're all just coming together. Not a rock show, right? Like usually
it's beautiful.
To get to the point of inviting us to play, they usually are some sort of rock show, right? So it was totally off. But we were one of the big rock acts there, so we kind of had to bring it, and it was a challenge. But
going across the border, because like some of our stage gear and stuff, like we have like camo like wardrobe, like camo like tactical pants and like tactical vests and like things like that we like wear when we're playing on stage, especially him. And they're like going through our stuff at the border. So like, can you guys explain all the tactical gear you have in your fucking double bags? So like, well, we swear to God, we're a rock band, and we're that's just our costumes.
Well, he had a vest with these black feathers in it. As part of the costume, right?
Sure.
And that's what they actually had the biggest problem with. They're like, what?
They're
are
like,
these
we don't know
feathers?
if these are endangered species that you're bringing.
Yeah,
in.
they had
They wouldn't
problems
let
with
us
it.
go
Yeah.
on until
It was
What
the
do you guys
feathers.
in the back.
They had a
Like,
problem with the feathers.
Underground feather.
I was like, it's
distribution
black turkey
network.
feathers. I swear, it's just I bought it from the States.
That's
They're
funny.
like,
Yeah.
this is tactical gear. That's one thing.
Yeah.
All right.
In case we were going to tickle someone to death, they
Absolutely.
had to confiscate.
That is a torture now. That is a torture.
Tickle torture has been.
But that
It's like
terrible.
a giant fruit.
We were expecting a lot worse.
We're
Actually.
giants with these feathers, man.
Yeah, that's right. We
We're
killed giants with feathers. It's
right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was nervous going through that board because like just like playing a bar on some weekend is one thing, but we're a Vancouver band going over the border to a hemp fest show, right? And
with
we're
tactical
all
vests.
Clearly, like what like
going in,
whatever warnings they have about potential potheads they have in their system. We're
and
definitely coming up on those systems.
And these guys didn't know that I was smuggling heroin on me too, so it was a rough, that was a 50-50 trip.
No,
right?
we had everything in order because I was worried, right? We didn't obviously we didn't bring anything. We were like squeaky clean.
Yeah.
I had like the binder and like
even
to like our route. I'm like, this is the route that we're taking, and we're staying here for like 6.5 hours, and then we're doing, and they're like, wow, cool.
Yeah.
And they almost waved us through, but then they're like, what's up with these feathers?
Yeah, what's up with the feathers?
We're like, yeah.
Oh man, I don't take chances at the border, man. I'll bring my results from like ancestry.com and stuff. I just I'm ready to whatever you need, man. Just let me through.
A bucket of blood. This is my DNA.
This is my DNA.
Check it.
There you go.
It's all of our DNA in this.
All of this
bucket.
is all of our
We got here's our DNA sample. Thank you very
one
much.
collective DNA sample. Wow.
Imagine that, Fuck. One
That's
day they'll
interesting.
probably do that shit.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, just by scanning it.
Yeah.
When I went to South Africa, I thought I checked my bag 1,000,000 times, and when I got into London, England, they made me take out my toothpaste and shit for some reason. And sure as shit, there's the top part of a weed cartridge fucking there.
Oh no!
Oh.
No way, man! Fuck, I'm going to prison, right? Like they didn't see it, they didn't pick up on it. I guess it was only the top part. It wasn't the whole pen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it didn't, I don't know, man. But fucking, I got to South Africa. And friend of mine had the thing for it. I was like, thank God, we'll get rid of this right now.
Yeah.
And I need
Consider
this in
the
my bag
evidence.
when I fly home.
You just like felt your heart like just jump up into your throat when
Oh
you saw
my
it. You know, like
God.
That was weird. That was the first time I was overseas. So when I flew from Toronto, obviously you go through customs. Land in England, I had to go through customs again. And then I get to South Africa. They didn't even ask me how long I was staying. They were like, "You're on vacation?" Yep. Stamp my shit. And then I left. You know? I was like, oh, okay.
oh my God.
Very smooth.
It's a good trip though.
Mm.
You had a good time?
Fantastic, man. Yeah, got to see the garden, meet all kinds of the locals and stuff. I stayed in a community place, rented the top floor out, and then you shared kitchen and all that. But
Yeah.
you find the bathroom and shower and sleeping quarters, right? But,
Oh, beautiful.
yeah, there's a shooting range on site. They sell coffee. They grow weed right on site. So when you go,
damn.
usually always floating around and shit, right?
Man, weed, coffee, and guns. Man, I'm booking my flight tomorrow. Are you serious?
Yeah, it was fun, man.
Sounds like adult Disneyland.
Yeah,
it's incredible.
Right.
If you say they sell churros there too, I'm not leaving. I'm moving there.
No, it was great. They did a big traditional African meal for me while I was there too.
Dude,
they did like the big pots. They made the cheesy bread thing with a bunch of other goulash, whatever they put in that, man. But it was fucking the best meal I had the whole time I was there out of all the restaurants.
Nice.
All that.
Yeah.
That home cooked meal. Oh man, that was delicious, right?
That's gotta feel pretty cool, man, to have like someone prepare you like a regional feast for your was it your arrival, or like when you got there it was kind of like a celebration?
It was a couple weeks after, probably because I was there for like 30 plus days or whatever, right? So it was probably 2 or 3 weeks into it. The guy was like, "Hey man, we're gonna do something cool for you and shit," right? I just bought it for paid the month's rent. All right, I stay here for the month, fucking and then traveled from where I was, right?
Oh man,
that's awesome, man.
Yeah,
well, if you ever
for sure, 100%, right?
That's cool.
Well, if you ever put on any gigs down there and you're looking, you need a couple of sleepy Canadian. No, I'm just fucking.
I'll get talking to Joy Cassidy Kill Club. I think I'll double check the name. They're out of South Africa. They've been on the show a few times, but
that's cool.
That's awesome.
Good, right? They're like a punk band, almost punky, fucking Sublime kind of feel to them, right?
Oh, cool.
Oh, cool.
But their guitar player also plays in Human Nebula, I believe it is, which they played at Death Fest when I was there. So I got to meet the bands and shit for the most part, right? Talk to everybody, and that was pretty cool, man.
That's amazing. Have you been able to do a lot of like traveling to go like different festivals and stuff?
I used to a lot. The 1 year my Boog and I, we went to over 50 plus shows and festivals. We went down to Chicago, New York, fucking everywhere you could, right?
Nice.
For a good 2 years. And then I moved back to Canada just because of the music scene here. And then COVID happened. So I just been working and waiting. And then once it kind of opens up a little more, man, like this winter, I'd probably take 3 months and just travel and see shows and meet everybody, right? That I've known over the years, met through the show, right?
That's awesome. Cool. Have you ever done the 70 tons of metal, that like metal cruise?
I've looked into it 100,000 times, man. I want to be part of that or be on that boat one of these days.
Oh, 100%. That would just be such a blast. I've seen it a couple of times. They got some. I haven't known any of the bands. I think a couple of local bands got on that thing from Vancouver.
But... Oh, that'd be cool, man.
Cool. So what is it? It's like a.
So it's like a cruise, and it's a metal cruise. They basically you go out for a few days.
Fucking played a couple years in a row on it and stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and then so it's just think Disney Cruise, but Anthrax is playing instead.
Oh my God.
So, right, exactly. Yeah, they decapitate Mickey on stage. It's fucking metal.
Wow.
Yeah, it'd be crazy. That'd be something to experience for sure, man. Put that on my bucket list.
Oh yeah, absolutely. A Mickey Mouse decapitation during an Anthrax show. Fuck yeah, that's a once in a lifetime experience.
On a boat.
On a boat.
On a boat. It has to be.
If you're gonna do that, you kind of need to be on international waters.
Or in the air.
Real. Disney would come after you for that shit. You go on land, they'd find you.
But Yeah, it's pretty sick. You actually go to like cruise, like you stop at a different fucking the islands or some shit. I'll have to look more into that.
That's
again.
cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I've always wanted to go on that thing too.
I hope there's like whale watching, but then they put like speakers under the water so you can like play metal to the whales.
It's just killing fish. There's just fish floating to the surface as you're going around. You're like, yeah.
Well, I was hoping this wasn't the intended effect, I swear. I was trying to entertain them.
Yeah.
Developed a new way to fish. It's a new fishing technique. Sound fishing. I like that.
Yeah. Imagine that. It's probably a real thing. If not, you just copy it. Maybe it's $1 million idea, right?
It could be. Instead of bait, you just use different bands. Like when I go fishing for salmon, I like to use Cradle of Filth.
Yeah.
That has the best results.
Right. That's awesome, man.
It's the screeching.
I got to actually see that.
It's the screeching he does. It's that inward screech. It has a kill ratio of about
explodes the brain.
Like 60-yard kill ratio of the boat. It's amazing. All the salmon you can eat. It's fantastic.
Right.
Love Cradle.
Patented. Hunting Giants patented sound fishing. That's
right.
Good. I was born
Patty, you heard it here first, people. Breaking news.
You heard it.
That's sick, though. So, December, are you guys doing any live shows between now and December? And
we're more just in we're just getting preparation mode to get ready for December and then the new year. So we're just
that's the plan for now, though.
Yeah.
I mean, our drummer might come back sooner. He's away right now. If he does, you never know.
Yeah,
he'll be able to play some shows.
Yeah, he's away for work. But as he comes back in, we'll probably do a couple like private parties, things like that. We may pick up a couple of pub gigs here and there, but really we're using this time just to push the record, push the songs, really polish our live act to make sure that we're, confident with what we want to bring to that live show and that energy we want to capture. And then just start knocking out of the park going into 2023. We're hoping to get on as many gigs as we can and bring our live show to as many cities and people as we can. If whoever wants us to come anyways, right?
I was gonna say, hopefully you don't get too big and fucking you miss next year's show. But
no way, man, we'll be there.
Dude,
if we're right, even if we're signed, something crazy happens. If we're if we're in the middle of Alaska sound fishing, we will fly our way down. We will get our way to you, man.
Right? Good sound fishing. I can see it now.
It's perfect. It's perfect.
But your links and your merch. Do you guys have merch and shit at the moment, or you?
Yeah, we do. We got some merch packs. Man, put it together.
Yeah. We got our website. We got huntinggiants.com. We actually managed to. I don't know how we got it, but we ended up with it eventually. It took us a while.
We got that domain.
Yeah. Same with that never give up thing, right? I just kept it on the radar. It came up because these things only like the domains like that, right? They just kind of glips here and there where they're actually, obtainable. So
like
it was cool.
Right? 420gmail.com, baby. The other one for the Boneyard that you guys were talking through with Hollywood and that, right?
It's tough to get a good domain,
What else is on our merch pack? We got a CD. A CD comes in our merch pack.
Yeah,
obviously.
Yeah, for sure. Like old school, like 90s, CD.
Yeah, the original in the jewel case, right?
Got some picks, some guitar picks.
Yeah, custom guitar picks.
Yeah, we wanted to give it a little bit more of like that retro feel. I mean, there's we have like barcodes and things. People can get the record online and they can buy it directly digital and put it on.
Yeah, it'll be all on Spotify and stuff. Right? Yeah, like you can always listen to the music.
Yeah,
but in terms of it like a tangible collectible thing, right?
Yeah.
So that's our merch pack. We got the picks, we got posters, we got like big posters done.
Shirts as well, I think, right? We got some shirts.
Shirts are coming later. We're still working on shirts.
Yeah.
It's just
we got USB thumb drives.
Oh yeah. So we got these they're like cards, right? They're like it's like the size of a credit card or a business card. Yeah. And then it's got the album art printed on it and stuff. And then there's a little USB stick that comes out. And then it has the whole album on MP3 and like some graphics. Just like
I like to have the physical copy. I like to fold out the little book, that comes with it.
Yeah, like CDs, they have this tangible value to them, even if you can't find a place to play it, it's
Mhm.
like hard these days now. Like you got to get an old car that has one, right?
She ever bought, like
It's
those
actually,
are-
in a
coffee.
lot of ways, it's
Like,
becoming easier to like play vinyl than CD, surprisingly,
Mhm.
because
well,
you know, you
vinyl
don't
is
really
now
think about it, but
selling CDs at the moment
Yeah.
as far as sales and stuff
Because
go, right?
everything comes back
Yeah,
around.
Yeah.
yeah, we
History
want to get
repeats.
vinyl too. That's in our future. We'll get there.
It's
Yeah, some
expensive,
vinyl. Hell
that's what I understand, right? It's a
Yeah,
pretty,
but it's
pretty
worth it. It's cool.
too limited print.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, well, that with our CDs, we wanted like an extra touch to it, so we actually numbered them. So we
Oh.
got our first run done, and they're numbered from 1 to 100. So, you know, the sooner you get them, the lower number that you get.
The better. Sick.
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
we're
right.
and then we're taking the top ones and we're selling them as premiums. And yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a different way of kind of adding a little more collectible value to the fact that you're buying a CD. Like, wow,
Yeah.
like
Like if you're a fan, if you like what we're doing, if you're a fan of our music,
Yeah.
you're a fan of what we're trying to do, and you know, the energy that we're trying to bring, it's for those people. You know, it's for those people that really hear our music and they really connect with us. And like, hey, you know, I'm digging what's going on here. This is the type of music that really speaks to me. So those offers are really for those people as we
I
start
preach
to
all the
discover them.
time, that's how, especially nowadays, buy the merch, because on Spotify, you're making pennies a stream, not even,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
mean, listens are listens, right? It's great, and it's
Yeah.
good to see that feedback and that liveliness to the material.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. The collectible stuff, the merch, that's what really is our lifeblood as a band, right?
Mhm.
So we try to put, you know, as much attention and detail into it as we can. I mean, it's just the four of us, right? And this is, you know, this is our passion. So, you know, with that, you know, we mentioned budgets before, like they go pretty thin when you got all
Yeah.
these different things to cover, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, you know, that goes into the CDs too. It's like, well, you know, it's hard to know how many you're going to sell because they can't, you know, it's easy to just go on Spotify and listen to it. It's hard to find a CD player to actually play it.
Yeah.
So, you know, with all of our other like promotions budgets and stuff too, we just decided on 100. The first run of CDs, we'll get 100 of them, and we'll sequence them all 1 to 100, and we'll see how long that lasts, right? Like if they go disappear right away, then we'll get a second run, and we'll get like 200 in the next run or something like that. But that makes that first run of those first 100 are totally special because they're the only ones that are going to say first run on that, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's kind of cool. Yeah.
And anybody that even buys them supports us in terms of what we're doing,
Hugely,
right? Like that type of support leads to us being able to do other things.
Yeah, for sure.
And then if we do other things, that helps for, you know, it helps kind of get us hopefully more popular and more people like our stuff. So it really does help. There is a trickling effect that happens with that.
Oh, for sure, right? And then you wear the t-shirts. My one buddy out of Fortunate Losers, I'm actually going to a little private party with them there on the weekend coming up.
Nice.
He's got Spotify sticks that fucking scan. So he's got stickers. Like you go anywhere in Ontario, man, you'll find a sticker, whether it's in the Tim Hortons fucking bathroom or at the back of stop.
Works. Gets it out
and
there.
he says, they get more recognition through having those stickers stuck everywhere and shit like that, right?
That's pretty smart.
It helps.
That's cool.
Yeah, my graffiti game is shit, so I think stickers is a good idea. Yeah.
Well, it's hard to graffiti one of those, like, you know,
those barcodes. To graffiti a barcode. I mean, that's
takes skill.
Yeah, that's high tier. That's high tier, man.
We tagged a spot fucking on the way up to Thunder Bay this year on a run, and the person actually looked us up to bitch at us for tagging their property. Like it was a garbage can or something, like a little wrap there. Right. I was like, well, hey, it worked, man. You found us.
There you go.
It worked.
There you go.
You like the
Nature of
show,
beast,
right?
Like you're literally leaving your contact information. That's the whole point.
Yeah, I know. It's so risky.
What do you
I just
do?
be like, man, you just proved it worked.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna do it again.
Yeah. You know, but is there anything else we should fucking know for tonight, or?
Well, the album releases September 30th. You know, we're really excited for that. Mythos. We got a really incredible music video that we made. We put together ourselves, and it's really fun. And it's
it's fun.
mythological themed. It's
Yeah.
So that's coming out September 30th, and we just released Too Big to Kill, and it's on Spotify. You can stream
you can
it.
hear it now. Check it out.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it's got some Rose in
A lot
it
of
there.
fun. Yeah, it's a fun song.
Yeah.
So please check it out. Yeah.
Well, I'll put up the links here after the show. I'll get all your links up in the title and shit, and then
Thanks, man.
people just click it, follow you guys, check
Great,
these
man.
guys.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Let's keep in touch, brother.
Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of course,
we'll do
man.
shows for
definitely be in
sure.
touch
That
with you.
sounds like fun,
Awesome,
man.
And, maybe once the album drops, we'll sneak you in for fucking jump you on with another band, and we'll cross pollinate a little bit.
Oh, cool.
That'd be awesome, man.
Yeah, cool, man. Fucking. So yeah, play it loud, play it proud, people. And our next show is Tuesday, something like that. And I'll put more information up about that later. But getting late, man. I should get some sleep. I got a long day tomorrow. So
Yeah, right.
Right on, man.
Cool,
Well,
man.
good night. Thanks again.
man. Fucking
Cheers,
honor
brother.
to have you guys on, man.
Thanks to have us on, man. Appreciate you.